Hello, I'm Francis Smith with the Forest Service and here to demonstrate how to plant a bare root seedling. When planting a bare root seedling, you want to make sure you have the right spot for the right species, meaning the proper amount of sunlight and room to grow. Once your spot is located, clear the area of vegetation, removing any weeds and grass from the planting site. Next, drive your shovel into the ground, separating the earth to create a straight wedge for the seedling. Place your seedling at ground level, stopping at the root collar. Take your bare root seedling's root fibers and set it in the wedge. You want to avoid J-rooting, and ideally your roots should be pointed down. Sometimes root pruning is needed to properly fit in the wedge. Once the seedling is placed in the ground, close your wedge with the shovel and tamp down the soil to avoid any potential air pockets which could dry out the roots. If feasible, it's good to water the seedling. Some plantings are so large it's nearly impossible to reach every one. To avoid deer browse, a minimum 4-foot stake and tree shelter should be used. You want to center the seedling inside the tube, then drive a stake in the ground and zip tie it. Then slide a bird net over the opening to prevent birds from entering the tube and getting stuck. Some maintenance issues to expect: bird net removal within the first year and a half, depending on growing conditions. You also may need to stake down shelters after any severe storms and remove weeds that may have grown in and around the tree. By year 5 on average, the shelters will be ready to be removed from the tree. There's a seam on the shelter which may aid in tearing it off. Be sure not to throw away your shelters. They can be reused for other tree plantings or repurposed as a tree collar for container trees. Bare root seedlings can be obtained for conservation and non-retail use from the Maryland State Nursery. Visit the John S. Ayton State Tree Nursery website for a full list of available seedlings. For more tips on maintaining your habitat, visit the Maryland Forest Service website.